Hello everyone and welcome to another POCO UK live stream right here. My name's Nino and we have some amazing things in store today for this amazing POCO F4 live stream. Three amazing things in fact. First of which is sitting right next to me, and that is our special guest right here, Christian from All About Me. Do you want to do a bit of an introduction to yourself, Christian?
Yeah, sure. Once again, thank you for having me here. I'm Christian from All About Me on YouTube. I do tech reviews, unboxing, and also walkthroughs on Xiaomi products and also some cool gadgets. So it's great to be here talking about this POCO F4.
Fantastic. And again, the live stream today is both streamed here on the POCO channel and then also on Christian's channel over there too. So make sure you go check that out after this live stream. But I mentioned three amazing things, okay? Again, at POCO, remember, it's everything you need, nothing you don't, and we're giving you some extra benefits today for watching the live stream. The first of which is a discount code, and that is applicable for both the F4 and the F4 GT, and will give you an extra £20, believe it or not, £20 off on top of the early bird price.
Wow, that's £100 off early bird price, right?
It's pretty crazy overall. And that'll be valid again from today at 1 o'clock and then valid all the way until tomorrow at midnight or 1 minute before midnight. So make sure you get in there a bit earlier.
That's pretty great.
But at the same time, you know, you may want to buy one, but then maybe you also want to win one. And that is because we're also doing a giveaway today for not one, but two. POCO F4 devices.
Ooh,
all you have to do is listen throughout the live stream where we'll be talking about the key benefits of this amazing device, and then let us know 3 of those with the hashtag POCO F4 to be in with a chance to win one of those 2 POCO F4 devices.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be hard. There's a lot of things that will be dropping on this device, so just 3. You can name actually more than that, 10 or maybe more.
Yeah. Exactly. And I know, Christian, yourself, you've already done an unboxing video on this device. So how was that kind of unboxing experience, I guess, before we get into the device itself?
Yeah, I was pretty surprised with the device. I mean, when you do unboxing, especially you've done it a few times, you kind of just see like, oh, it's just another phone, but it isn't. I like the design, the feel. It's light, it's thin. So that's why it's quite handy, especially if you probably just hold your phone, you don't put any case on it, and you won't get easily drop it because it's not super light, it's just light, just enough, and it's quite thin as well. So it's comfortable in your hand. And
I mean, talking, I guess, again, specifically on the unboxing experience, was there anything that you got in the box that kind of surprised you? Because again, you know, everything you need, nothing you don't.
Yeah.
But was there any extras in the box that surprised you from there?
Just the regular thing, including the adapter.
Okay.
Yeah, the 3.5mm jack adapter to the Type-C, because this doesn't come with the 3.5mm jack, but that's basically it. All the things that you need is actually inside the box. Yeah, including the case, the SIM ejector pin, the charger, and the cable. So the cable, the charger itself is 67 watts, so which is pretty good, pretty handy for you to full charge your phone in less than 45 minutes. Yeah, it's quite fast.
Pretty quick time. So you can tell Christian's that excited. He's already getting to some of the KSPs before we've even dived into it. But again, you know, this is an amazing device. You know, I finally got to experience it myself. I've actually seen our live stream that we had previously. I now have the first time to actually have it hands-on, and it is a very, very nice device. In fact, what we would actually class as a modern flagship. But there are some benchmarks of a modern flagship that we're actually going to speak about in a bit more detail today. 5 of which, in fact, that we're going to be going throughout. But don't forget, listen up, because you'll get a chance to win one of 2 of these devices here today, as well as that £20 discount. So let's start, Christian. So first thing, whenever obviously you're using a device, you know, you're using it for, you know, however many hours a day. How many hours would you say to use your phone per day overall?
It depends on what I'm going to do. I mean, if it's just regular browsing, I'm not really keen on like social media, just browsing. So probably 30 minutes is the max. But gaming-wise, don't tell my wife. Gaming-wise, I could actually go beyond, like for how long, I don't know. It would depend on how good the game is. So just one game after another. So at the same time, I'm actually testing the phone in terms of its reliability. You're actually testing the battery and all those stuff. So I would probably an average of 1 hour, maybe just continuously using the phone in terms of gaming.
Okay, interesting. Well, I'd say actually, Christian, you're probably actually at one of the lower end of the average use for most consumers.
Yeah.
You know, most consumers actually we find typically maybe 3 to 4 hours per day. So that's a lot of usage. And what I mean by that is you need something that's going to power you throughout that day. And that is where the performance from the processor comes into it. So the processor on the POCO F4 is the Snapdragon 870 chipset. And this is a chipset that we've used previously, a reliable chipset, and it's also great for heat and battery management on there.
Exactly.
So, I mean, Christian, you know, if we were to, I guess, explain that a little bit easier, how would we explain that to the people watching right here?
Well, it actually can process more, like it would depend on how heavy or how multiple apps that you have open in your phone. So it actually processes it more. I mean, you take a photo, it will just snap it, even though you take it with the highest resolution possible, it will just straight away process it. And if you're loading some games, just like opening multiple apps on the phone, especially if you're like probably doing some video and you want to upload it. So it's reliable processing wise. It doesn't really like there's no hiccup. I don't see any lags on the device so far when I'm testing it with the videos that I'm actually doing for like review and also the unboxing videos. So it has been reliable so far, and the Snapdragon 870 is really it's a high-end, considered high-end chipset. So I have no doubt on this phone in terms of its performance.
So flagship processor for a flagship device.
Right.
And I think one of those key points that Christian mentioned right there is the chipset is not just around, you know, how you use the device and how it works on a daily basis, but it also plays a key part in a lot of the other areas of the smartphone that you may not even notice. So the easiest way to kind of describe this is it is the brain of that device, where it is controlling and actually improving a lot of those key areas around there, including something we're going to speak about a little bit later on, which is the camera side of things too.
Yeah.
Reminder, guys, that might have been, again, one of the ones that we just mentioned on there. If you want a quick way of both using that coupon code, that voucher code that we have on the screen at some point, and also check out the details for the giveaway, you can scan the QR code that will be on the screen at various moments right there too. So processor, that's definitely a tick on there, right?
Exactly.
Powerful, efficient processor that will actually power you on the go daily.
Right.
What's next? Again, when you're using that device, you mentioned yourself gaming, you know, the display is a critical part of any modern flagship. And we can definitely say for the POCO F4, we have a fast and vibrant display on this device. What did you think when you unboxed it and, you know, in your testing on there as well, Christian?
First thing I did is actually check the display, the refresh rate. You can actually go up to 120 hertz. And I mean, not every time you have to use the 120 hertz, but it is really good. It's there. The screen itself, it's great. It's a full HD plus. And also in terms of watching videos, it has, was it 900 nits? Correct me if I'm wrong. I took this out last Saturday. We went out with friends with my wife, and then we took this out. It was sunny. It was somewhere in Tower Bridge. Yep, so the sun was up. I was using this phone, taking some photos. I didn't have any issue with the sun glaring up on the phone. So that is pretty handy. Or even if you probably will like rewatch the videos that you've been shooting, it's pretty easy. You don't have to go to the shade or probably cover the screen because it's not very visible. The brightness of the phone is already very much enough for you to go out in the sun and just like maybe play a video or just replay your videos that you've taken.
And I think that's one of the things, Christian, you know, when we talk about, you know, display features, you know, we always hear around a lot of different display features.
Yeah.
And I think looking at them on paper is one thing, but then actually, as Christian mentioned, how do those then benefit you on your daily life? You know, when you're out and about, when, you know, you're with your friends, family, whoever it may be, and you want to use your phone in bright environments, that's going to be playing a big, big part.
True.
Another benefit with this device is its E4 AMOLED display as well. So again, technical term, but to break it down, it just means that you get overall much higher level of vibrancy and, let's say, clarity to your display itself. So for example, when you're watching YouTube, maybe watching some Christian's videos on the go, you can see them in great clarity and color on there too. Again, we've spoken about a lot of, I would say, entertainment uses, right? So, you know, either you're at home, you're on the go, you're using your phone a lot. So you want something that's going to last you not only a long time, but you also want something that when you're on the go, you can power quickly. So that's why on the POCO F4, we have what we class as all-day power, both from the battery and the charging. So in your testing, how did you find the battery, Christian, you know, when you're using it on a daily basis, when you've been out and about?
Yeah, so I went out around 9 in the morning. It wasn't really even full charge because I was using it the night prior. It was like around 85%. So just browsing, regular browsing, taking photos, especially if you are taking 4K videos, so it would actually use up battery more. But at the end of the day, around 6-ish, so something like around almost nighttime actually, I was left with around 30% still. So that's still pretty good, even though with the heavy usage. No gaming though, because gaming is a totally different thing. So just regular usage, maybe browsing, watching some videos, rewatching your own videos, taking some pictures and videos, it would actually last you for more than a day. Probably if you are like, I mean, if you use your phone lesser than what I did, so probably would last you for more than a day. Yeah.
And again, that is where that all-day power comes from, both in terms of the battery and how much it lasts you, but of course, something that you alluded to earlier, Christian, that charging. And that is something that comes in the box with the device itself. So you don't have to buy an extra charger. In fact, it comes with its 67 watt turbocharger in the box. And you mentioned it already?
Yeah.
100% battery in around 42 minutes, or less than 45, around 42. So that means, again, you could, for example, be out and about, stop for some lunch, plug it in, and actually that will give you enough juice to get you back up to something where you can then get on the go.
Yeah.
But another benefit to, let's say, a charger of that power is the fact that it doesn't just power your smartphone, right? I'm actually, in fact, using the same charger right now to power my laptop that I have right here. So again, it's that one charger for many device mentality.
Exactly.
You don't need to carry multiple different chargers for different devices. And I guess for yourself, Christian, you know, I'm guessing you travel quite a bit around, you have many devices with you. How important is that one charger solution?
Less thing for you to carry, especially if you carry your, when you're going out and taking a review or making video reviews for the phones, I take probably 4 or 5 phones in the bag. Yeah. And you have to bring your camera, you have to bring your like tripods and all that. So it gets heavy. So now you just have to bring just a single charger, just in case, just for emergency. I'm not gonna use it because most of these phones are actually like would last me for the day itself. Yeah. So just a quick charge would actually give you probably 5 minutes charge will give you more than enough battery to last for maybe taking few videos or photos or just even watching videos.
Quick little boost, right? Great. Well, so let's recap on what we've spoken about so far in terms of the POCO F4. So we've mentioned, again, a strong processor with the Snapdragon 870 chipset itself, a fast and vibrant display with 120 Hz E4 AMOLED, and then, of course, we just mentioned the battery itself, which is an all-day battery and gives you that 67 watt charger that comes in the box. That's already 3 we've mentioned right there, and we're not finished. And that's because, again, remember, for everyone watching, if you want to be in with a chance to win an F4 device, comment below 3 flagship features of the POCO F4 using the hashtag POCO F4. Nice and simple. Hopefully it should be pretty easy, and you can be in with a chance to win one on there too. And of course, if you want to buy one, they are available, and from today until around midnight tomorrow, you can actually get a £20 off voucher for both the POCO F4 and the POCO F4 GT, and that's on top, I repeat, on top of that early bird price.
Which is?
The price point on that one?
I think for F4 is about £100, right? Yeah.
Around about that. So again, you're going to get an incredible value with respects to that early bird price, just because you've been watching us, you know?
Yeah.
So that's a win-win. You get to watch us and you get money off of your device on there too. So
exactly.
The actual POCO F4 will start from about £279 on there. So that's a great price. All right, 3 features. We've got a few more to go. Again, this is packing a lot of technology within a slim and lightweight body on there as well. So I mentioned this because the next area we want to talk about is that design on there, but specifically a premium look and feel. Because for me, I think that's one of the biggest things of this device. I love the way it looks. I love the camera array on the back, the way that it actually looks on there too, and how it feels in the hand. But from your unboxing experience, Christian, how did you find it?
Well, it was, I mean, looking at the phone, it's actually quite thin. Nowadays, if you want a good quality camera, usually there's a big bump from the back of the phone. But the quality of the camera is already really good, but the bump is not really that big, it's not thick, it's not bulky. So as you can see, it doesn't really protrude that much from the phone itself. And in terms of its, like how you hold it, it's quite comfortable in your hand. And the back, I like it, it's glossy, it's reflective, but I like the way it is. It looks very premium. And if you look at the front, the 6.67 inches display actually has a thin bezel, so it's not those old models that has like a thin bezel, thicker bezel, so you'll have actually good experience on the display itself. It's light, again it's 7.7 thickness and 195 grams, but it's in terms of its weight. So it's full pack with features and with just 195 weight, so it's
lightweight.
Yeah, very lightweight, easy for it to put in your pocket or probably in a small pouch.
Yeah, and I think that's one of those areas, you know, when we talk about the design and we talk about the weight of the device itself, it's all well and good, you know, saying it looks nice, it looks slick, but actually where do those other benefits come in with respects to, you know, using on a daily basis? You know, if you're traveling around, you don't want necessarily something that is a little bit heavy in your pocket. You want something that is slim, light, you can quickly get it out, enjoy some entertainment, or actually then, you know, record some content on the go as well, which is always a big plus.
So just my experience last Saturday, we were at the Tower Bridge, sunny people are out, and there was even some, like a couple actually, he made a proposal to his girlfriend, so they have a little bit of show or something. So it's quite easy to take a video of them doing their proposal activity.
Nice.
So yeah, just quick video. So with MIUI 13 also, it's quite easy for you to open and close the camera video and taking shots. So processing wise of the video, and also fitting on my pocket. Even though I'm holding 2 phones, it's quite easy to take out this device because of its design.
Just quickly, and then
straight away. Yeah.
I mean, I always actually remap it because you can remap some of the buttons. So you can remap it as a double press, for example, with the power button. Quickly open up your camera, take the shot when you need to. So this proposal, did you capture that? Is that going to be in the next video as well?
I'm not sure if I have the right credits.
Okay. I was going to say,
just put a snapshot of it.
They may be watching right now, so if you're watching, you proposed recently, you may be featured in another video coming soon there too.
Why not, right?
And I think that's the key thing. I mean, you mentioned a very good thing on there with respects to the camera. I mean, when it comes to it, you know, we talk about the camera hardware, of course, which we're going to be getting onto in just a little bit, but then also from a camera software side of things too. So, in fact, you know what? Let's jump onto the camera side now. So, for me, you know, being a modern flagship, one of the key focuses is not just to have a camera, but actually to have a great daily camera, something that you can use on a daily basis in various different scenarios and get the most out of it. And this is what the POCO F4 delivers in. So for example, again, looking at that main camera, so I'll talk about the specs and then I'll give it over to you for your experience.
Yeah, sure.
So you've got a 64 megapixel main sensor, but the big benefit now with the POCO F4 is that this is optically image stabilized, so OIS included. So why is this a benefit? So this is a benefit because, just like for example, in Christian's example there, you know, you've got something happening in front of you, you need to capture the constant instantly right there. Optical image stabilization means that it actually manually adjusts the stability on the phone itself. So that means overall you're going to get stable video when you're recording video, taking photos, whatever it may be, which is a big advantage to EIS, electric image stabilization. But I mean, from your experience, how have you found that stability and quality?
It's pretty useful, especially if, like for me, although I have multiple phones on my bag, I don't usually just carry my my camera for taking videos and maybe some of my review videos. Because what I do is just I have to just take out my phone and then use the phone to shoot the other phone, so something like that. But I need it to be stable, especially if you're just looking for better lighting or probably you're testing it walking around. Something like that. So it is really useful in terms of like the footage. So nobody wants to see a shaky video.
Definitely. Yeah. You want to have that smooth and clear videos, and also pictures obviously when you're focusing on them. So that's from a hardware point of view. So we know this camera can give you fantastic detail, can give you stable photos and video, but actually using that software to take it to the next level is a big advantage that we have on our devices. So we have two main ones that I want to speak about, and hopefully you've had a chance to use these yourself.
Yep.
The first one is vlog mode, because for me this is a big one. Let's say you're out and about, you're going to have a weekend away, you want to go to explore a new town, a new city, and you want to just capture small bits of your day and then put it all together in a nice short vlog experience. For example, people love to take video, but sometimes from the editing side of things, some people struggle with, okay, how do I edit? Do I need to have an application? How do I add music? And what vlog mode does is it does it all together for you, adds in the music, the transitions, the effects, to give you a short vlog, which you can then share on your social media of choice. You used vlog mode before?
I've used that before. Yeah, just drop your pictures or some of your video clips, then easily it will compile together, then you get a nice video you can share.
Nice. Yeah, it is honestly that easy. So that's why it's quite short and snappy, because it is generally the fact of record what you do throughout the day, stitches it all together into a nice video which you can then share. And the other one I wanted to mention is movie effects, which we have on the POCO F4. So this is great because, again, myself, I love movies. I love the kind of different effects that you get on there. And what you have with movie effects is essentially that. You have different movie effects at your disposal that you can actually capture content with straight away.
Right.
One of the biggest ones that I love to use, because I'm a big fan of Inception, I hope you've seen Inception before,
I did.
is the parallel world. So it kind of makes it where,
like a mirror.
Yeah, like a mirror kind of effect where things kind of stack up against each other. So sometimes, depending if I want to do something a bit more dramatic, switch over to that, and it kind of adds that nice effect on there too. You use movie effects before, Christian?
I seldom use the movie effects, but I did use it before, especially with I can't remember the name of it, like the blurry effect. And also there's another feature, the what do you call that? Zooming in. I can remember.
Magic zoom.
Magic zoom. Yeah, I can't remember the names. But basically, one feature of the camera that I like is, nowadays probably if you scroll your social media, people would like the wide angle lens. You'll be seeing it a lot, people with longer legs and all that. But I was impressed with this because it has the wide angle shot, so which would give you a good wide angle lens. Everything is still pretty crisp. Color-wise, there's no much distortion, and you can easily upload it to your social media. So that's one of the features that I usually use as well when I'm taking photos. Yeah.
And flipping the phone around, of course.
Exactly.
One thing to mention, Again,
front
I mean,
camera.
I'm not sure if you're a big selfie taker yourself, Christian.
I don't, but I have to test.
So you know what, actually, myself recently, so I've actually started to take a lot more selfies for one main reason. So I actually now am a godfather recently.
Okay.
So what I normally do now, depending on the different locations I go to, is I'll take, you know, a nice little selfie to kind of show the area I'm in, and then I send it over to my godson so he can kind of still see me. He's over in Italy, so it kind of adds a little bit on there. But you can do that in even better clarity now with the 20 megapixel front-facing camera on there. So that's a nice little upgrade in terms of what we had previously on there.
And if you do vlogging and that, I've tested it, it's stable, so you can actually walk, talk, and you get a good footage that you can upload to your social media.
Fantastic. Well, in that case, guys, let's recap on what we've gone through. Again, like I mentioned, at POCO, it's everything you need, nothing you don't. And the POCO F4 is what we class as the benchmark of a modern flagship for a few key areas of that device. The first one we mentioned, again, strong processor on there. So the Snapdragon 870, great power, all-day power, and also fantastic heat management to keep you going even on the go. In addition, you actually get a fast and vibrant display, 120 Hertz, and it's an E4 AMOLED on there too, to give you a great experience even when you're outside, like you mentioned yourself. And in terms of power, all-day power with both the battery inside the device itself and the 67 watt turbocharger that you get in the box. I'll repeat, in the box itself. And in terms of the look and feel, again, we've mentioned, definitely get a chance to check this one out, either online or in person if you can, because it does look great. I honestly really like this camera stack, the way it looks at the back, and like you mentioned, that thin kind of profile on there, followed by the weight. Only 195 grams. It doesn't sound like much, and that's because it's not much at all, to be honest. It is a very, very lightweight device. And finally, we just mentioned it now, a great daily camera, both front and rear, high megapixel, 64 megapixel on the rear, but it is also OIS enabled. So optical image stabilization, giving you clear photos, clear videos, and very stable on that side. And of all those things we just mentioned, Christian, again, what can they do to win one of these devices today?
Yeah, they just have to name three of those like flagship features that we've mentioned. So yeah, you can just name, and then you can just put a hashtag POCO F4 for a chance to win. We're giving away 2 POCO F4 today, so make sure you put that down on the.
It sounds like it's easy, but that is just generally because it is. So all you have to do, just comment below with your 3 best features for this device we're talking about, followed by the hashtag as mentioned by Christian, and you can be in with a chance of winning one of those 2. Very easy.
It's really nice to have this.
And again, if you want to purchase this device, which again will be available, you can get £20 off using the code that you see on the screen, POCO F420, and you can get £20 off not only the POCO F4, but also the POCO F4 GT on there too. So make sure you use that, because that code will be finishing at 23:59 tomorrow. So that's 1 minute before midnight. So make sure you get in there. If it's at midnight, you can't use it, but make sure you get in there before on there too. So guys, thank you very, very much. Make sure you check out Christian and his channel on there. We will be hopefully seeing a review video of this coming soon, hopefully.
A couple of days,
But one thing I want to do before I finish up the live stream right here, guys, is if you were to sum up your 3 favorite features of this device, what would they be, Christian?
I would say the design. Okay, that's one thing, and because it's handy, it's as we mentioned earlier, I like the camera as well. It's quite reliable, taking videos because of its optical image stabilization, and of course the processor, the processing speed, reliable, no lag, so far no overheating because it can handle everything that I throw at it and all the games, all the apps. So that's it. Yeah.
For me, pretty much exactly the same. I would say personally, top 3 for me: design, performance with the Snapdragon 870, and then the other big thing for me is the battery. I mean, that's probably the one I always go to with respects to that. I mean, I'm using the charger right here for my laptop on there too. So guys, that's the POCO F4. Make sure you check it out and comment below for your chance to win with the top 3 features of this device right here. And as always, we'll catch you in the next live stream.
Bye.
Take care, guys. Thank you.
Bye.